Wow. Wow. This boxing is not a game. This sport is not a game. Jermell Charlo goes off, warns Terence Crawford that he better stay in his role, stay in his place. If not, he gonna get knocked the bleep out if Terence Crawford feels like moving up to his domain, his kingdom. 154-pound weight division. This is what Charlo said. Stay tuned. In about 30 seconds, I'm about to go over everything. You don't want to miss this video.
Your Crawfords. Now your Crawford. My dog live in Omaha. I know how Omaha roll.
So this is Brian Custer. Link in the description. I got to give the proper attribution. Brian Custer. Watch his video. Subscribe to his channel. He got a great and interesting and entertaining interview with Jermell Charlo. This is hot off the presses. So make sure you guys use the link in the description and go check out the official interview. But this is Jermell Charlo in an excerpt where he's talking about Terence Crawford.
Your Crawfords. Now your Crawford. My dog live in Omaha. I know how Omaha roll. Y'all ain't never seen no real shit like this shit here. How about he do his best and go fight Earl Spence then? Shut up. Take a little bit less money. Be quiet.
He said, be quiet. Wow.
Humble yourself and fight Earl Spence, a stud. Do what he say, and then you...
I'm sorry. Hey, listen, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just subscribe to the channel. Do you hear how this man is talking? Bro, he just said, shut up, be quiet, do as Errol Spence say. Wow. He like the level of turnt that the Charlos get is definitely good for boxing. He said, shut up, be quiet, and do as he talking like show enough. I'm sorry.
How about he do his best and go fight Earl Spence then?
He's a stud.
Shut up. Take a little bit less money. Be quiet. Humble yourself and fight Earl Spence.
Why why is he talking to Crawford like a kid? Like he's disciplining his kid at school. This is insanity.
Shut up. Take a little bit less money. Be quiet. Humble yourself and fight Earl Spence, a stud. Do what he say, and then you might be the challenger sometimes. Bob Arum don't give a damn about him. Bob Arum told him to his face he didn't got lawsuits with his own promoter. You ain't worth shit to me, for real. You got Ennis. You got Garcia. You got Thurman. You got people making a name for themselves in your own weight division. Sit your ass in your weight division and see if you can beat one of them.
He said, wow, this is a mouthful. Pause. He said, sit your butt in your division, fight Jerron Ennis, Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman. You got some guys making some noise in that division. Listen to what he says next.
You got Garcia. You got Thurman. You got people making a name for themselves in your own weight division. Sit your ass in your weight division and see if you can beat one of them. Cause fucking with me, you gonna get knocked the fuck out. I'm a knockout artist, baby.
Wow. Wow.
You got Thurman. You got people making a name for themselves in your own weight division. Sit your ass in your weight division and see if you can beat one of them. Cause fucking with me, you gonna get knocked the fuck out. I'm a knockout artist, baby. Knockout artist, baby. Fuck with me.
Wow. Subscribe to the channel. I like both Charlo brothers. I like Errol Spence. I like Terence Crawford. I don't even really know what caused this. Actually, I take that back. I believe that this maybe stemmed from when Terence Bud Crawford was in the UK for his stablemate, newly appointed stablemate Amir Khan, when he got whooped by Kell Brooks. So basically, realistically, I'm in my fight with Amir, and tragically, realistically, so he was in his fight basically, right? You know what I mean? And he was out there supporting the team, his trainer who was training Amir Khan for that fight. And there are interviews that I did see where Terence Bud Crawford was basically saying, I would love the winner of Errol Spence versus Ugas, yet if I cannot get that fight, then put me up there. I would move up, or I'd be interested in moving up to fight Castaño and Jermell Charlo winner. Wow. And then I guess that's Jermell Charlo's response. And he's saying, hey, you better stay there where you at, because you got, some guys you could scrap. You need to be fighting Errol Spence. He is stud. There's other guys like Jerron Ennis doing well for himself. Boots, shout out to Philly. Shout out to my Akis. Danny Garcia, another Philly fighter. And he's saying this guy Keith Thurman. They got some different guys, because he's basically saying this is 154 is mine. Now, I do, as far as him dissing Crawford, that's his own business. That's how he feels. But there are excerpts of what he said that I agree with. And I'm going to explain that. If you guys like content like this, boxing, I am the best at this. I am the best in the business. It's been that way. So for the latest and greatest, subscribe. Now, the parts that I agree with is, ironically enough, Jermell Charlo is telling you everything I've been saying. Ego Stradamus strikes again, referring to his value. He's basically talking about his value. He said Errol Spence is a stud. Errol Spence keeps telling you too. He's saying, I'm big fish. Hey, stop that cap. I'm the big fish. I'm the man in the division. And he is. And he's about to fight Yordenis Ugas out of Cuba, who's off his biggest win in his whole career against Manny Pacquiao. I want to accept my right? So he's not lying. He will collect the third belt if he successfully completes the mission, if he successfully completes the task, and that's defeating Cuban sensational fighter coming off the best performance of his career, Yordenis Ugas. So Jermell Charlo, he's just reiterating what Errol Spence has already told you, and what your boy Ego Stradamus has told you, that Crawford, albeit he's a very good fighter, very skilled fighter, dope fighter, great family man, all that, but he's not really in the driver's seat. And Jermell Charlo even referenced the public beef with Bob Arum. He's saying, you suing your promoter, take a little bit less, and he was a little bit aggressive, what I'm saying? He's like, shut up and take less money and stuff like that. But I told you, I don't think Crawford, he's literally outside of the insult part, because I didn't do that, but he's literally saying some of the other stuff that I said in my videos about Terence Crawford. He's not really in the driver's seat. You could be as talented as you want, and I know people say skills pay the bills, but you also have to make the right business decisions to align and make things make sense. You could be the best basketball player, but you have to have a good team. Look at Allen Iverson. Look at football. You could be a great football player like Barry Sanders. He didn't have a great team. You know what I'm saying? Barry Sanders, Detroit Lions, he probably would have broke everybody's record if imagine if Barry Sanders was playing in the 90s Dallas Cowboy with their lineup, or with the 49ers, my team, Bay Area versus everybody, So it would just have been a different ballgame. So it's just more than just individual talent. You also have to, at a high level, at an elite level, you have to have a great team around you and people that help keep you on track and keep the moving parts well-oiled, and, just be a well-oiled machine. So I agree, because I said it before Jermell Charlo even did this interview, is Crawford's really not in the driver's seat with the Errol Spence fight. And that's a truthful thing. as far as, I don't want to get too far. Jermell got a big fight with Castano, so I don't want to get too much into folklore and the idea of Terence Crawford fighting Jermell Charlo. I know that they've had issues like on Twitter and stuff where different words were exchanged. Listen, if they ever got to a point where they were going to fight, you see the energy. Terence Crawford has the same dog mentality. Jermell Charlo was kind of barking on him. So it would be a heck of a fight. It'd be an insane fight. Definitely, that's the type of fight that would sell, especially with the personalities of both. But I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. We don't know what Terence Crawford is going to do. We don't know who he's signed to. We don't know what his next move is. But hopefully his next move aligns him with some of these opportunities because, you know, maybe things open up if he makes the right business decisions and can get himself into the PBC kind of wheelhouse and fight one of these guys. But it was Jermell Charlo. He didn't hold back, so some people are going to be surprised by that. He really just let her rip. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know how I did in this video. Subscribe. You know, I'm just going to keep dropping the heat all year 2022. You dig? And I'm out. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation.